Good afternoon, welcome to the Boulevard. A rather windy but dry day here, and Warrington Wolves, bottom of the table, take the field under a lot of pressure. Their home defeat against London on Tuesday kept them firmly anchored at the foot of the table, and coach David Plange, in only his third game in charge, already incurring the wrath of some of the supporters. Demonstrations after the match on Tuesday. High expectations at Warrington have been the last couple of years, and things seem to have fallen apart a little on the field this season. The Warrington side, the fullback is Tom O'Reilly. On the wing, Rob Smythe. In the centre, Darren Burns and David Olstead, with Leroy Rivette on the left wing. Lee Breers and Matt Rodwell are the halves. Dale Lawton, John Clark, Nick Fozzard, Paul Marquette, Jerome Guisset and Sid Domick. Sid Domick, I thought, was Warrington's outstanding player last Tuesday. An acquisition from Penrith. On the bench for Warrington today, Mark Hilton, Matt Sturm, and the substitutes completed with Noon and Gary Hulse. And the Hull side, starting lineup is Steve Prescott at fullback, Gareth Rayner, Toa Kurilov, Graham Mackay, Matt Crowther, Richard Horn and Paul Cook, the halves. Craig Greenhill, Lee Jackson, Paul King, Adam Marr, Sean Ryan and Jason Smith. Jason Smith has come through his various injury doubts after the victory at Halifax on Monday. A couple of dead legs, but does like to play, Jason Smith, and like to miss games at all. On the bench today, Dion Bird and Scott Logan, Chris Chester, we've got a mistake for the Hull sub, so we'll pick that up for you later on. The Hull with the wind kicking off. Dale Lawton returning the first play for Warrington. Tackled by Cook and Ryan. John Clark back in the side after suspension. Fozzard takes a high shot from Paul King. So the referee saw it. The referee today, by the way, non-familiar figure in Super League. And Paul Taberner. Peter Taberner, rather. And Hull with that Warrington with that first penalty. Restarting play on the 40-metre line. Fozzard comes forward again. Good to see him playing. Fozzard had a lot of problems with injury and illness. Lawton takes it into the Hull half. Clark, Domick gets a lovely offload to O'Reilly supporting, and Warrington in good position here, just inside the Hull 20. To the right, Rodwell misses out a man. Mackay handles, so knock on. Warrington more early position and possession. So our Hull's final substitute, I'd miswritten something down here, of course, is Tony Smith. So Warrington with early possession. Domick, former Australian schools player, but he's going to be bundled into touch. Tremendous defence by Hull. 4 men in the tackle as Domick took the short side. I think he'll be left regretting that, Brian.
I think he will. That's valuable possession surrendered by Warrington. So Jason Smith to feed. Graham Mackay. Ryan. Fozzard in the tackle. Good driving tackle from Warrington. Said throwing the ball out, I think. Fancy against Fozzard. No, it's elbow. Down with his elbow. So Cook finds touch. Strong downfield wind in Hull's favour in this half. Lee Jackson. Greenhill. King. Lee Jackson. To Prescott. Good tackling by Warrington. Oh, Warrington ball. Referee's playing the first knock-on. O'Reilly. John Clark. Domick, who's the leading yards gainer for Warrington so far this season. John Clark. Oh, good tackle on Geese there. Dale Lawton. Tackle by his ex-colleague at Sheffield, Lee Jackson. Rodwell, Fozzard. Rodwell. Good kick by Rodwell, it probably held up in the wind. Does. Crowder will do well to get in the field of play, does by yard. And Warrington pushing back, but I would have thought the tackle had been made there. Well, I thought he'd gone to ground and it should have been a penalty to all, but nonetheless a good chase by Warrington. So Graham Mackay should make a lot of ground with this wind. He does, but straight down O'Reilly's throat. Fazard onto a flat ball. Oh, good tackle. Greenhill, King. Rodwell, good ball, Domick. Domick. Looking dangerous. Rodwell, long ball. Breers. Oh, deep ball, O'Reilly. Jason Smith. Good tackle by Smith. Tops him 3 yards short. Breers. Short ball to Geese. John Clark acting halfback. Breers, little chip through. Nice one. Horn makes it dead. Good sustained pressure this by Warrington. Good example actually why it's an advantage kicking down into the wind if you get to the other half, because the ball, instead of running out of touch, running out the field of play, staying in. Rivette, ex-Leeds player, bringing it back. Tackled by Ryan. Dale Lawton. Geese. Tackled by Smith. Rodwell, deep ball to O'Reilly, knocks on. So Jason Smith holds still in their half. Home. Coylove. Oh, good ball. Prescott. Prescott. In drops off Rayner. Rayner. Good tackle by Domick over the top there. But a penalty. High tackle. I think the hold might have been better giving it straight off to Rayner then. But nice attack down this right hand side. Paul Cook going for goal. So it's Matt Crowther.
So Matt Crowther with the goal kick. Two landmarks today for Hull. Lee Jackson, apparently his 200th appearance for the club. Of course, many more appearances with when you add Sheffield, Leeds and Newcastle. But 200 matches for Hull, very notable landmark, and playing as well as ever. And Sean McRae, his 200th match in charge in England. He, of course, is the really the coach of the Super League era, has been the only continuously employed coach since the beginning of Super League One. So Matt Crowther, 15 metres in from touch. The wind behind him, but it's a blustery wind. And this will need some kicking. Oh, off the post. Just caught the wind a little bit at the last minute. So nothing for that. Warrington to drop out on the 20-metre line. Breers. See what distance he can get into this wind. Goes on the floor, pretty sensible that. Into the Hull half. Paul King. I think a rare start and a knock on against Paul King. Some question mark about the tackle, but King loses the ball. So Warrington possession, should be Warrington possession from the scrum on halfway. Started off quite determined mood here. Breers to O'Reilly. Tackled by Richard Horn, just 1 metre inside Hull territory. Domick working very hard. Impressively strong player, good control of his offloads. Short side Clark to Burns, Australian recruit. Yeah, playing out of position in the centre today, Darren Burns. Clark, a delayed pass to Lawton. To the left, Rodwell, Breers, kick through, touch the Hull hand. Rayner collects. And is just manages to stay in the field of play. Smith will take it up and makes beats the first tackle. Greenhill. Warrington up quickly. Referee calling them back. Jason Smith, the big boot, going for the 40-20. Is that too straight? It is, and it'll just roll away. The idea was very much right, but the execution not quite. So no score, 10 minutes plus of the match gone. Rivette coming off his wing to do a bit of work. Paul Mark. Up over halfway with Domick. A good ball out to Breers. Out to Rivette. Meets Toa Koilov. Finished off by Jason Smith. Gise. And a knock on. Nearly came off. Warrington running a lot of decoy runners, Brian. Certainly seem to have plenty of purpose in their attack.
Yeah, they certainly started off very promising. Plenty of commitments. Looked quite organised in the middle. Rodwell and Breers and Domick. Rayner. Tackled by Marquette. Ma. inside ball. Craig Greenhill. Cook. Prescott knocks on. Rivette is in open space. He could score, could Rivette? In fact, Rivette does score. Prescott and Rayner got in one another's way there. And that was a good try by Rivette from absolutely nothing. And a reward for an enterprising start by Warrington.
We will be much encouraged by this start. A regulation conversion for Lee Briers, and Warrington have a 6-point lead. So Hull certainly a wake-up call if they needed one. So Crowther to restart. Taken by Clark to Lawton. Shoulder charge by Ryan, but and he's dragged back. Fozzard. Greenhill in the tackle, assisted by Lee Jackson. Warrington on the 20-metre line. Domick coming across field. So it makes it to the 30. Marquette, former Newcastle player. Short side with Fozzard, who's working very hard in these early stages. In fact, all the Warrington forwards are getting through the work. They've effectively taken the ball up to halfway on this set. Rayner. Prescott. Crowther in off his wing. Prescott makes yards up towards the 40. And a penalty, just holding on too long. Marquette, Domick. Hull looking to step up the tempo. Haven't had much possession, certainly not much in the Warrington half at the moment. Now there's a chance. Greenhill, one of Hull's real form players in the last month. Mackay. Tackled by Burns and Rodwell. Greenhill. Smith. Smith. Half into the gap. Short side, Cook. Koilov, nice angle by Koilov. Can he make the line? Yes, he can. What a good angled run by Toa Koilov. And he finishes off in style. Be very keen to score against his old side. And Brian, once Hull did have possession down there and put on a bit of pressure, come up with a good score.
Yeah, they brought the line quite easily in the end. That was a good try though. Koilov had a lot to do when he got the ball. But had the poise and the strength to get over the line. Good reply that by Hull. He kicks that one plumb centre. Good kick. Very good kick. In the score's all 6, Warrington 6. So Lee Briers to restart. So Lee Briers Kicks it long, it'll hold up in the wind. To Greenhill. It's a high tackle, I thought, from Geesey. On Greenhill there. Referee brings Matthew Rodwell, the captain, over. I actually think it's the second high tackle by Geesey, because the first one wasn't penalised, the one on Paul King right in front of us. But that one was. Paul Cook makes a good 40 metres penalty. Warrington offside. Oh, I thought Ulland had put that ball in the corner then. Steve Prescott. King. Jason Smith goes. Lee Jackson right to half back. Drop off Paul King. Oh, good tackle. Marquette saved the try then. Lee Jackson. Little kick over. Oh, Breers just threw it away. But it's offside against Hull, I think. Yeah, tackle in the air, Lee Breeze. So Breeze finds touch, bangs it the ball into threatening stand. Fozzard, Hull offside. And that's a good kick by Breeze. Fozzard. Domick. An outstanding Domick in his first quarter. Geesey. Good tackle by Paul Cook. Breers. Lawton runs at Lee Jackson. Half gets away from him. Jackson recovers. Clark. Last tackle. Breers. Little chip through. Oh, well picked up by Matt Crowther, who doesn't quite get in the field of play. They cleared up one and in goal. Like I said before, the ball holds up, kicking into this wind. Good pressure by Warrington. So it's Graham Mackay. O'Reilly's ball. Okay, Matt Stem on for Geesey for Warrington. Rodwell, long ball, Breers. Stem. Domick charges at the line. Good run by Domick. Running with great purpose. Breers. Rodwell. Burns, nice ball. O'Reilly to Breers. Fozzard. Oh, Warrington throwing the ball around. Rodwell. Oh, good tackle by Coylove. Last tackle. Breers Goes for a drop goal and gets one. To bring the score to Hull 6, Warrington 7. That was good purposeful attacking again by Warrington. I think that's the third time that Hull have had to drop out from under their own posts. Paul King off. And Scott Logan on. And Scott Logan's been really impressive when he's come on so far this season. So Matt Crowther keeps it low. Well picked up by Breers. Dominic Bairns. Dominic gets rid of it to Rodwell. O'Reilly. Oh, to Stern. He's got nowhere to go. Driven back. Halstead. Dale Lawton. Good tackling by Holt. Good solid play this by Warrington. Kick by Breers. Finds touch. It's a good 6 tackle by Warrington. Really so asking some questions of the whole defence at the minute. Hull have been playing without the ball most of this first half hour. Coy Love. Ma. Greenhill. Good run by Greenhill. Scott Logan gets rid of it to Mackay. Hull make halfway. Dale Lawton hangs on to the last minute. Smith. Greenhill, good tackle, very good tackle by Marquette. Jason Smith, high cross kick. Oh, brilliantly, oh, not brilliant, I was going to say brilliantly taken, and he lost it at the last minute. Very difficult kick to take that, Steve, in these conditions.
Yes, over his shoulder running back, and he got there, Tom O'Reilly, but couldn't hold on. So Warrington concede the goal line dropout. Dale Lawton looks as if he's going off for Warrington. And on comes Mark Hilton. Breers with the dropout, gets good distance. Halfway on the full with that kick. Rayner. Tackled by Hilton and Clark. Cook. Ryan. Ball comes loose. Referee says play on after touch judge gives him the call. Says that Ryan lost it. There's only 2 men in the tackle, but touch judge was in good position. Revert, so Hull West possession again. Warrington getting a lot of the ball in this first half and using it pretty effectively. Burns on the 40-metre line. Hilton, another player who's had a lot of problems with injuries. Short side, Domick, real danger man, but pretty close to the touchline. Last tackle against Warrington on the 40-metre line. Rodwell gets in a kick and quite happy just to roll that into touch. And so far tackled hard. Prescott. as Hull win the scrum. Horton. Mackay beats one man. Offloads to Prescott. Steve Prescott searching for the hole up the middle, but Warrington get men towards him. Jackson from dummy half to Ryan. Over halfway. Smith to Logan. Logan almost through. Hilton manages to hold on to 1 foot. Smith. A long ball, but not perhaps the best option in these conditions. Mackay knocks on anyway. So Warrington possession again, this time on the 30-metre line. O'Reilly. Tackled by Paul Cook. Sturm. Hilton with his left arm heavily strapped. Fozzard. Good tackle by Lee Jackson. He offloads though to Rodwell, who brings the ball out to the left. Sturm with Lee Jackson, the hand in there. Knock on, and it just isn't going Hull's way at the moment. They're really just can't get enough possession, Brian.
No, we've had 2 instances where they've gone for the intersection, knocked on and given the Warrington another 6 tackles. And Warrington will be very happy, leading 7-6. What? No more than about 10 minutes to go to half-time when they're going to have the advantage of this wind. I notice already Warrington coming the old hand, they're slowing down every scrum. Somebody's getting treatment at every scrum at the minute. There's no referee. Oh, yes, stop the clock. Really? Domick. Good run by Domick. Mark Hilton, another good run. Baines. Short ball that looked forward. Yeah, it was forward. Touch judge, the opposite front of the best stand gave that, but it was forward all right. Held it just too long did Darren Baines, and the ball to Marquette was forward. Crowther. Jason Smith. Can't get arm free then. Penalty against Marquette and Clark. Holding down. Rodwell comes to talk to the referee. So Paul Cook finds touch. Didn't really make as much of the win as he could have done then. Ma. Scott Logan. Oh, cracking tackle by Marquette on Scott Logan. Penalty for Marquette. Lee Jackson's finds touch. Greenhill. Jackson, Mackay, good tackling by Warrington, gets rid of it. Ma will take the ball up. Scott Logan. Oh, good run by Logan, wanted somebody short. Smith drops up, Paul Cockle should score. Oh, not quite, yard short. Jackson, little chip through, well picked up by O'Reilly. Good clearing run. It goes Alstead. Chased across by Rayner. Nails him. Mark Hilton. Oh, good tackle on Hilton. Burns. Penalty, hand on the ball. So brace fans touch. It's Warrington in the whole half. Where they've been for most of the game. Fozzard. Hilton. Stam. Fozzard again. Price looks around the drop goal. It looks good. It's there again from Lee Breers to bring the score to all 6. Warrington 8. And really they're playing excellently, Warrington, in the conditions, playing into the wind, playing a perfect game. Safe with the ball, kicking well on the last tackle, and twice we've seen drop goals. But Rodwell's kicked well and Breers has kicked well. And they're containing Hull fairly comfortably, really. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Crowley tries to fan touch. Does do. Old head and ball from the scrum. Stern couldn't stop that. Referee stops the clock because the Warrington pack are decidedly slow to come to the scrum. Horn, 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 Horn! Oh! Did everything right, did Horn, but the last pass was terrible. So it's Warrington's head and ball. So Warrington again in no hurry to put the ball in. They'll be happy to go with this 8-6 lead at half time. Burns. Domick. Of course, played it last year at Penrith with Craig Greenhill. Domick again. Hilton. Last tackle. Breers. Another good kick from Breers. Just makes it 20 yards, but puts the ball into touch. Winds the clock down. Hold back in their own half. Prescott. home. Coylove. Nearly away. There's half-time hooter. With Warrington leading by 8 points to 6, and to be perfectly fair, quite worthy of the 8 points to 6 lead. Played really well.
We're looking for the 40-20s. I'm sure Hull have the wake-up call. Well, the decision there against Rayner. Seems to do him deliberately chest. Touch judge said it came off an arm. So Warrington with a supreme attacking position, 10 metres from the Hull line. Rodwell to feed the scrum. Breers. Ten metres out. Marquette. Rodwell. Fozzard. 3 of the 6 tackles gone. Clark going to the left. Sturm. Hilton on the charge. Stopped a couple of metres away. Last tackle. Rather a wild pass from Clark, my goodness. Breers manages to manufacture a very good kick. Because Steve Prescott's got to play that in the in-goal area, and he's going to struggle to get out from there. Gets it to Rayner. Rayner's tackled in there. What a kick by Lee Breers, because it was absolutely... Oh, it wasn't Breers, was it? Rodwell. Rodwell's kick, rather. Well, that was really top class. So let's see what distance Mackay can get on this kick. Oh dear. Out on the full. What a mistake by Graham Mackay. Penalty in front of the post. Well, that's the rubbish there. So Lee Breers will have an easy 2 points here. The wind as gusty as ever. And should be 10-6 in a moment. And it is, no problems for Breers. His, in fact, his 4th goal, 2 conversion of penalty and 2 drop goals. And Warrington ahead 10-6 at the start of the second half. Crowther's restart, puts it high. That should drift back. Taken by Burns. Tackle by Ryan and Logan. Fozzard takes it up. Sturm. That was Noon. This is Sturm. Up into Hull's half again. Unspectacular but very effective football. Breers setting himself with a drop goal. That's going to be wide, I think. We can see what the tactics are going to be. Not sure that's right. I'm not sure that's right. Prescott. Mackay. Horn. Greenhill. Horn. Ryan. Five metres short of the halfway line. Cook at dummy half. Logan. Very solid tackling. A penalty against Warrington for another man in the tackle. Reefing the ball. A little bit of ill feeling. We'll have the penalty. Paul Cook finds touch on the far side. Now Hull got a good position here. The crowd trying to lift them. Need a bit of inspiration from somewhere. Ryan takes it up on the short side. Jackson at dummy half. Greenhill. Eventually, but a bit untidy. Smith. Horn. Gap closed up almost as soon as he took the ball. Smith. Cook. To Logan. Beats one man, still going. Tackled about 6 metres away. Of the two tackles of the sequence to go. Jackson to the right. Smith. Back to Greenhill. He's held up 5 metres away. Last tackle. Also very much set to go to the open side. Smith. Long ball to Prescott. And a great tackle. Hull keeping it going. Ma. It'll kick through. It's just going to go too far. Referee consulting with touch judge here. Six tackle knock on against Hull. Turnover 15 metres from the line. Again, Warrington in no hurry to play it. Here's Hilton. Fozzard. Sturm. Rodwell to Marquette. Takes a high tackle. No, can be no argument about that. From Greenhill. We'll just no.
See it, can't you? Yeah.
Warrington with yet more possession and good position now inside the Hull danger area. 20 metres from the Hull line as this set starts, with Hilton charging forward. Really. Fozzard. 6 metres away. Clark. Rodwell, nice ball to Marquette. And a good tackle by Richard Horn underneath. But still the danger. Burns gets rid of Mackay, but can't get rid of Logan and Marr. Fozzard. Last tackle. What are we going to see from Breers? Another drop goal. His third, 5-point lead. Well, Lee Breers is kicking Hull to defeat at the moment. Hull desperately need some position, Brian, and sustained pressure and possession, which they've had virtually none of in the game. And a lot of that their own fault, but Warrington have played the game at their pace and commanded possession.
Well, I see Paul Cook going off, Lee Jackson off, and I think it'll be Tony Smith and Chris Chester on. Half an hour to go. Warrington leading 11-6. High kick hanging in the wind. Hilton. But yeah, Warrington are playing very well. Rally. Oh, good quick play of the ball. There you go, John Clark. Rodwell. Marquette. Last tackle. So Breers will go for a drop goal again. He does. This time it misses. Just the side of the post. He can do that all day. Last tackle. Nah. Oh, Warrington defence moves up quickly. Good tackle by Burns. Logan. Smith. Chester. Bang down. Ryan. Oh, another good tackle. I think Warrington will be missing many tackles this afternoon. Craig Greenhill. Good quick play of the ball. Tony Smith. Jason Smith. Home. Last tackle. Jason Smith. High kick. It'll come back in the wind. It doesn't, so it must have landed on its point and goes dead. Fossard. Stam. John Clark back to Burns. Good driving tackling from Hull. The rain has gone back for the kick already. Matthew Hilton. Chip over. Oh, well picked up by Jason Smith. Gets rid to Prescott. Coyle. Everybody expecting the big kick from Breers, but he just chipped over. Ryan. Greenhill. Oh, good run by Craig Greenhill. Oh, Chester. Nearly got his inside ball away. Tony Smith kicks into the corner. It's a better kick. Riley. I thought he caught eye tackle from Chris Chester then. Burns takes it up. Who's had a good game for Warrington. Made good 15 yards when it was needed. Penalty. Certainly against Chester. Did pull the ball out. No doubt about that. Hilton. Lawton back on. Clark, Rodwell. Deep ball. Rodwell, another good long ball to Breers. Breers. O'Reilly in the tackle, gets banged down. Jason Smith, Coylove. Ball in. Good defence. Smith. Home. Home. Prescott. Graham Mackay. Scott Logan. Gets rid of it. Tony Smith. Horn. Horn. Looking for a gap. But well read. By the Warrington defence. Had nowhere to go. Greenhill. Smith. Horn. Prescott. John Clark in the tackle. Jason Smith. Scott Logan. Jason Smith, high cross kick. I think it'll be in touch. I think it'll go straight out. And really, at the moment, you don't see where a break from Hull's coming from, Steve. Warrington are dealing easily with anything Hull have got to throw at them at the moment. And they're in this plan. Warrington, they've slowed everything down since the first minute, and they're still doing it. Stem. Burns, who's got more and more involved as the game's gone on. Start in the centre. O'Reilly. Rodwell switches to Breers. Long ball by Breers. To Olstead, who's wrapped up. Dale Lawton. And then a drop goal from Breers. Back to Breers. Nobody moves up on him all the time in the world, and he's missed. Oh, he had so much time again. Missed by 10 yards that time. Greenhill. Oh, good run by Greenhill. Scott Logan gets rid of it to Jason Smith. Smith looking for a gap. Ryan gets rid. Jason Smith knocks on. I don't really know why Hull are so desperate still. There's still 20 minutes to go. They're not going to win without the ball. They're giving Warrington still far too much possession. Again, Warrington slowing it all down. Burns. To Smythe. Marquette, nice quick ball by Marquette to O'Reilly, who's wrapped up by Sean Ryan. Rodwell, deep ball again. Hilton, is a good tackle. Jason Smith. Lawton. Rodwell. Chips. Good chip. Crowther picks it up. Crowther misses the ball. Was it and Rodwell scores in the corner.
Yeah, the real blunder there by Matt Crowther. Seemed to have plenty of time, but the ball bobbled away from him. And Rodwell, who with Breers at half-back is controlling things for Warrington, comes up with a score. And Warrington now with a 9-point lead. Morris off with Ryan, King and Bird on. Crowther restarts, a good high one. Hull get the ball back. King immediately in possession. Now, we'll put a bit of pressure on here. Scott Logan takes it up. Smith. Greenhill up the middle. Up to the 20. Smith. Chester. Back to Bird. Not much game time recently, Dion Bird again. 3 men in the tackle. Warrington doing ever so well, controlling the ruck area. Tony Smith. Little dummy. King can't hold it. Just typifies Hull's day. Again, you should have played. Well, maybe there was a half chance there. And another Warrington man has gone down. Clark, the hooker. No coincidence there, is it? The hooker's gone down. Clark makes a miraculous recovery. Mackay and Horn in the tackle. Good tackle by Horn on Smythe. Lawton. Gise was back on for Warrington. Jason Smith making the tackle. A bit of more bite in Hull's tackling there. Chester, bad miss on Hilton. It's the fifth and last. Breers is outside the 20. Crowther collects safely. To Rayner. Rayner finds some space. Gareth Rayner opens out. Comes back inside. Still going Gareth Rayner. Inside to Prescott. Outstanding play from Hull. Good counter-attack. Prescott looking for the quick play of the ball. Warrington all over him. It's going to be a sin binning. Had to be here. Is it Rodwell, the skipper, in the bin? No, it's Rivett, is it? Who's going into the bin? Rodwell into the bin. That was a great counter. Warrington got enough men back that Rayner couldn't back himself and take him on the outside. But Prescott there supporting, and Warrington concede the penalty. Now Hull just 5 metres away, desperately in need of a score. Smith to King. Tony Smith takes them on. Jason Smith. Back to... ball goes loose again. Mackay will pick up. Oh, no, offload from Mackay. Absolutely no need for that. That was as if it was last-minute stuff, Brian. Well, unbelievable that such an experienced player could even try a pass like that. Well, that was absolutely daft. Yeah. It's Lawton returning the ball for Warrington. Noon. Last tackle. Breers again with the kick. Taken by Rayner. Well taken by Rayner. Makes good yards and a penalty. Geese a high tackle. So Hull with another penalty. Put it into touch short of halfway. Here comes Greenhill again. Smith. King of the middle, but well met by good tackle by Lawton there, who's had a good game for Warrington. This little delayed pass by Smith, and a penalty again against Warrington. 2 men in the tackle. So Hull with their first real period of sustained pressure as Warrington's discipline is falling away a little bit. Logan, good tackle on Scott Logan, hard run, but Burns in the tackle has been impressive. Tony Smith, Jason Smith, Greenhill. Tackled 15 away. To King. Offloaded. Jason Smith finds a bit of space. He's got Bird. Another risky pass. Drops off King again. Oh, and another offload that wasn't really on. Well, really can't understand the way they're trying to, the Warrington's danger area, trying to offload in every tackle, Brian, and really it's not necessary.
No, they're not using the 6 tackles at all. Well, Rivet nearly got away, but King held on. Burns, who's had a blinding second half for Warrington. They're in the danger well of Warrington. Geese into Hull's half. Kick that dead, I think. That will go dead with the wind from Breers. All of a sudden, Breers, last 20 minutes, he's kicked really badly after being absolutely brilliant. Home. Logan. Tackle by Marquette. Greenhill's had a blinder. For Hull. Home. Mackay. Good tackle. Jason Smith. Chris Chester. Baird. Chester. Chester should score under the post. And he does. Oh, that was especially a forward pass. It was definitely a line ball, that one. Are the referee's happy and the kick should put Hull in the lead?
No. That was 9 points.
Oh, sorry, no. Stays quite right, 9 points. He'll bring Hull up to 3 points behind at 12:15. So that's 11 minutes left. So it's Crowther. Kicks it over. Hull score 12. Warrington 15. I'm sure we're going to get a long deep kick from Breers. Try to put the ball dead or fan touch. But you won't bet against him doing it. There's quite a bit of time added on for injury, I think. Yeah. So Breers keeps it low. Scott Logan does well. Ooh. Mackay looking for a gap. Mackay. Logan charging up. Holds the ball. King, flat ball, charges, good yards. Jason Smith tries to put Tony Smith into a gap. Crowther, little kick through. Oh, too strong. See, that first half Warrington kicked so well into the wind, Steve, and that was a poor kick really by Chester. Fozzard. Dale Lawton. Burns. Riley. Fozzard again. Easy yards for Fozzard, nobody met him. Last tackle. Breers again, back to Breers. That one's there. No, it isn't, just slipped outside the right-hand post. Last tackle. Scrum down, holds head and ball. Oh, he never did he? Prescott. Baird. Oh, good run. Greenhill. Jason Smith. Horn. Mackay. Good Warrington defence. Scrambled well again, did Warrington. Smith. Chester. Oh, interception! Certainly the game. Breers. I think that will definitely be the game. Lee Breers intercepts, goes 60 yards. Not a very good ball that by Chester, Steve, to be honest.
See it, couldn't it?
Yeah, Lee Breers read that very, very well. Breers misses. Well, after all those kicks, he comes up with a miss. But the lead is 7. And there's only 3. And again, he'll go for the short kick. Well taken by O'Reilly. Warrington had plenty of desire today. Played very well. Rivet. Fozzard. Forwards have been a tower of strength really. The props rotated them well. The ball kept coming all day. Sturm. Last tackle. But again, Warrington inside the whole half. Back to Breers again. Puts it into touch to eat up a bit more time. Yeah. Horn. Koilov. Very few runny chances today. Bird. Horn. Prescott. Koilov. Back to Prescott. And again, Warrington. That defensive line just doesn't crack. They get men across. Scott Logan. Oh, takes a pretty high shot there. Jason Smith takes the tap. Chester. Mackay. To Crowther. Nice ball to Matt Crowther. Full on the 20-metre line. Greenhill. Chester. Smith. Bird. Prescott, but again Warrington get across. Even when the hole seems to be opening up, it's closed almost immediately. Bird. Smith. Horn. Chester. Mackay. Mackay into space. Should finish from there, and he does. Hull got a sniff in the last stages of the game. 16-19 kick to come. Good finish by Graham Mackay.
Braves. I think he tried to find touch. He drives it along the ground. Home. Greenhill. Prescott. And 16. Injury time. That was a good tackle on King. Good tackle by Nono. Tackled very well since he's come on. Jason Smith. Chester to Baird. There's the full-time hooter. And the Warrington players are really delighted. Only the second win of the season, and I must say it's a win I think they've deserved, Steve, because they've been steady and all. They've come here with purpose. You'd expect the morale at the club to be low, but in fact they played with bags of spirit and organisation, and I think they well deserved the 2 points.
Yeah, I don't see any argument there, really. Hull a bit flat today, whether they come on thinking playing the bottom of the table it was going to be a regulation win, but in that first half with the wind, never really settled, never really got into an attacking pattern. Warrington throughout the game really have had most of the possession. Hull have had their best period of possession in the last 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, but although they got back twice, that Breer's interception was the key score, and Hull crashed to a first home defeat of the season and lose second spot, and will need to pick themselves back up to play Wakefield next week. The mark of a champion side is how well they cope with a defeat, and they need to come back next week with a big hit. Well, Warrington certainly didn't look like a bottom of the table side. Very well organised in defence and loads of determination, and an important win for them and for their coach David Plange. So from the Boulevard with the score Hull 16, Warrington 19, it's goodbye.